Welcome back to Financial News You Can Use. My name's Neal Whittington. You just heard from host Wayne Isaksen going through the financial news you can use. It's my honor today. We have a very, very special guest visiting us via Skype from the great state of Massachusetts, Mr. Bret Leifer from Numismatics. Bret, can you hear me okay? Well, good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Bret, if you could just tell the great folks out here exactly how you became interested in gold and silver coins, both numismatic and bullion.
Sure. Well, my dad had a grocery store, and when I grew up there in the 50s, all the old coins used to come across the counter.
Okay.
And everything was silver in those days. I mean, there were 2-cent pieces, 3-cent pieces, Indian head pennies, and all silver coins. So he used to throw the interesting pieces in the back of the register.
Okay.
And when I was, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I took the neat coins and started collecting them in books.
Okay.
And this was in the 50s, so everything was available. I remember going through a roll of pennies once and finding 28 Indian head pennies.
Oh my gosh.
And one was in 1869, which was worth $22. And I was 9 years old in 1955, and that really got my motor running.
Wow, I bet. Well, while gold and silver are in a 10-year secular bull, while gold and silver are in 10-year secular bull markets, it's a different story for numismatic coins. Could you elaborate on that for us, Bret?
Yeah, sure. Numismatic coins are coins with big premiums.
Okay.
Like here's a silver dollar. I don't know if you can see that.
I can't, but I think everybody else can.
That coin is worth about $80 because it has quality to it. The silver in it's worth about $28.
Okay.
And in the last, let's go 30 years. 1980, the numismatic premiums of numismatic, really rare coins, things like, here's a gold $20 gold piece. This coin in gem condition was $15,000 in 1980. Now that coin in gem condition is $5,000.
Oh, wow.
And that's because the demand right around 1980 through the summer was extraordinary. Coins went up 3, 4 times, and then they crashed in '82 when interest rates went way up, and that recession started. And numismatics themselves have an entire life and cycle that sometimes goes with bullion going up and sometimes goes down. In the last 2 years, the numismatic premiums on generic coins like these things,
Okay.
These are the two most common, have really shrunk. To give you an idea, just take a very popular coin. This is a St. Gaudens $20 gold piece with the lady standing up, kind of like the Statue of Liberty. She's holding a torch.
Okay.
That coin in MS-65 was $3,000 wholesale. The first time gold went over $1,000. This was about 3-4 years ago. That coin today is worth less, even though gold is $1,400 an ounce.
Right.
And that's because the new buyers want bulk. They want less quality and more bullion for their money.
Okay.
So the markets, that's what happens.
Gotcha.
It expands and contracts. And, I mean, some coins are $20,000, $30,000
Right.
just for one coin, and it could be like a silver quarter. So that's different than a lot of people target, because a lot of people want things like these silver eagles that Wayne had spoken of.
Sure.
And these things have a $4 premium, believe
Okay.
it or not. I mean, just because of the demand. That's 1 ounce of silver.
Gotcha. Bret, let me ask you this. Is investing in numismatic coins good for the average investor, in your opinion?
Boy, that's a tough one. For the average person, probably no.
Okay.
The average person might be better off buying a semi-numismatic coin, which would mean one of these two $20 gold pieces in either this condition, like these things are slightly used. They're not graded in a holder like this,
Okay.
and they're still $1,600.
Wow.
So that's $160 premium. That's a 10% premium because it's an old thing.
Right.
Whereas a Krugerrand or Maple Leaf might be a 5% premium. These things are a little bit more money just because it's a relic. It's a 100-year-old item.
Okay.
So most people would probably be better off getting a roll of these. A roll of these is $32,000. I mean, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, for sure.
And,
You could send a couple of those rolls up my way if you'd like to.
Sure, we'll get the address and mail them out in the morning. See, this would be a silver eagle.
Right.
And a roll of these would be like between $750 and $800 for 20 coins.
Okay. Well, Bret, Wayne made many good points earlier, why investing in physical gold and silver makes sense in today's world economy where it's at today. Can you tell us why you think these investments are better than stocks or bonds, and why financial planners a lot of times will shun investing into gold and silver?
Well, they shun it primarily because there's no repository to hold the things.
Okay.
When they sell stocks and bonds, it's all in street name, and you put in a little check mark, and you own these things.
Sure.
Gold and silver, you have to have a safe. You may have to have a bank or a depository, and if you own gold and silver that way, you're kind of defeating the purpose, because the idea is to have the actual metal.
Right.
You want that, because if you have a piece of paper that says you own this, you really don't own it.
Right.
And if everything collapses, you want the insurance of silver and gold, and that's basically what it is. You're insuring yourself against any kind of monetary collapse or calamity.
Gotcha.
I mean, just in our lives, the dollar buys less than it did when we were kids.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure this out.
So at this point where we're at, with the economy and real estate market being where it's at, what do you think's a better investment right now, gold or silver? And then we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Sure. I think gold and silver are still cheap.
Okay.
I mean, the dollar's going to get cheaper. In 2 years, it will probably take more dollars to buy anything that you want to buy today with dollars.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
So is there one or the other that we should buy more of right now, gold or silver?
That's just whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Silver's almost doubled in the last year,
Okay.
and gold's going up about 30%. So it's a hard thing to guess.
Gotcha.
I tell people to buy both.
Okay. So buy both. Well, Bret, thank you. We're going to be back after this commercial break with a few more questions for you. Guys, you're going to hear a few words from our sponsors now, but make sure to join us back in just a few minutes. We'll be again with Bret Leifer from Numismatics here on Financial News You Can Use.